Hi, welcome to Sam Goff and Guitar. So first of all, I'm going to warn you, a little bit of talking at the beginning here because I just want to explain the video a little bit, okay? So the idea of this video is to take a load of fuzz boxes, beautiful things, and kind of compare tone benders. So the idea is to get tone bender 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a fuzz face as well, which obviously kind of stems from the tone benders closer to a Mark 1.5, and also a Zonk machine because they're getting more and more popular as well, and kind of compare that as well, okay? I'm not going to go in depth on transistors and dates and years they all came out and all the rest of it. If you want more information on all that kind of stuff, this video is in companion to a blog post I put out recently, so I'll link that in the description below. Go check it out if you want more info. Also, I can't use loads of original pedals, so you know, I'd love to have had lots of vintage pedals lying around, but I don't have them. And to be honest, I think most people watching this, if you're thinking about, oh, do I want a Mark I or a Mark III, what's the difference in sounds and stuff, you're going to be buying clones or reissues. You're not going to be buying the original thing. So that's kind of what I'm using, right? But the ones I'm using are stunning. So we're going to start with a Reeves Electro red dot sound. This will get you Mark I, Mark II territory very easily. Absolutely stunning. It is his own take on it. It is not obviously an original. So there we go. It will have some slight differences. This is a Mark III. This is a Juju by Pig Dog, Steve Williams of London. This is warts and all reproduction. This is absolutely brilliant and very close to the threes. For a 4, I'm using the Thorpe FX Boneyard. This is like an all bender or multi bender, so you can get sounds from like a 1, a 2, a 3 and a 4 out of this quite easily. I'm only going to use that for a 4 because I think it's got a good example of that, and I think the Juju is better for a 3 and the Reeves is better for the 1 and the 2, so this is nice for a 4, but I've got better options for the others. We're also, you know, we have to look at a Fuzz Face style pedal. This is by Hello Sailor Effects and is stunning. Fuzz Face obviously stemming from the early tone benders, closer to a kind of Mark 1.5. And then just to finish with, we are going to bookend with Reeves Electro because this is the one we're finishing with. And that is a Zonk machine, alright, a Zedo. This is stunning as well, okay? But we have to chuck this in to the mix because, you know, tone benders, Zonk machines, what's the difference? We hear a lot about these different things, but it's great to kind of hear the difference and feel the difference and be able to show you what these are like, okay? So yes, this is a bit of fun comparing sounds. I'm not going to go in depth on all the different information like the years and transistors and all that, like I said earlier. It's not a cork sniffing competition, right? I'm not interested at the moment in all the different vintages. We just want to check out the sound. So if you might be looking for a tone bender, you've got a better idea of what you're going to get from the different marks if you're looking at different clones, okay? Right, that's it. I'm not going to talk anymore. Let's crack on with the different sounds. This is the Reeves Electro. The bias is right down here, so right anti-clockwise, which is going to give us our more cutting Mark I sounds. Just a little. That's the amp at the moment. A little bit of dirt on it. It's a 2-Rock Studio Pro 35 going straight into the DAW. DAW, I should probably say, with my torpedo captor. All right, here we go. Let's turn this beast on. It's a beautiful, beautiful fuzz. Ah, right. So what we're going to do is just play with this volume control a little bit, see how it cleans up. Cleans up beautifully, doesn't it? Stunning. And it gets brighter as it cleans up, which is a real feature of a Fuzz Face as well, which we'll look at later. Okay, so let's take this into kind of Mark II territory. So to do that with this pedal, we've got that external bias control, which is amazing, right? So we're going to turn that up, and then when the sound kind of cuts off, you'll hear that. That's when we're kind of getting right into that perfect Mark II voicing. So, hear that noise? But cuts off right there now. So have a check out of this for a different sound. So you can hear, right, more spluttery in the decay, kind of an octave bloom going on in there now as well, right? Check that out, it's awesome. See what I mean? Gorgeous, right? Interestingly, the Zonk has a lot of that going on, so some similarities in the tones there of the Zonk as well, right? Oh, these pedals are amazing. Alright, let's see what happens if we ride this volume control a bit on this one. Real kind of gatey fuzz. It's just killer. But you can hear how it's very different to when the bias is wide open, much more in a Mark I setting. This is the Mark II setting, very different sound, right? Okay. Alright, after that beautiful pedal giving us a kind of Tone Bender 1 and Mark II sound, we're going to go on to a kind of Mark III sound. Well, this is actually, you know, as close as you're going to really get in the modern world, really, with a modern maker, because this is Pig Dog from London. So Steve Williams reproducing these with vintage components, just hand wired, absolutely stunning. So are the Reeves, by the way. If you haven't seen the Reeves ones, go and check out the website and look at the internal of that. The circuitry is absolutely stunning work of art. Pig Dog, not quite as amazingly aesthetic to look at, but it uses tag board and all the old, you know, NOS components, and they're just absolutely as close to the originals as really you're going to get from any maker nowadays. So absolutely stunning. Right, so this one is the Juju. That's the clean sound again. Now the Juju is a faithful recreation of Mark III with all the shit that you'd expect, but not quite the horrible noise floor, so it's not quite as crap with that aspect as you might think. But yeah, it's warts and all, as he says on his site. Right, so let's check it out. Most important addition for the Mark III is the tone control, which is marked as the filter. So let's check out this now. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's still beautiful. Whack that right up. Cleans up pretty well, right? But you know, it's never going to clean up all the way. It's not like a Fuzz Face where you get that glassy clean. Okay, let's mess with this filter, because that was the main point about the Mark III, right? We've got the filter control, the EQ. Filter control, it's not a tone, doesn't work how you'd expect. So right up it isn't brighter, and that's right. So let's So a really powerful EQ control in that filter. Yeah, amazing. So cool. Pig Dog, Steve Williams, London. Check him out if you want a tone bender style pedal. Alright, so this is the Thorpe FX, an example of a kind of multi-bender or all-bender. Alright, here we go. So we're going to notice probably a bit more gain, slightly different texture. Alright, so that's the kind of flavour of tone benders there. Like I said, I haven't got all the originals, but hopefully that's enough just to give you an idea of the different shades of texture and tone if you're considering getting a tone bender. So we're going to step just outside of that now, and we're going to have a look at a Fuzz Face. Kind of most closely, generally, people consider this most closely associated to a 1.5, Mark 1.5 tone bender. Kind of obviously in between the 1 and the 2. Let's just go with the amp again. Yeah, so this is a Hello Sailor FX Fuzz. Obviously his take on the kind of Fuzz Face circuit. Beautiful components in it, new old stock transistors and so on. So yeah, I mean, what else do you want from a Fuzz Face, right? So this is it pretty much cranked. One of the things about a Fuzz Face which is beautiful is the way they clean up, much more so than a lot of the tone benders. So yeah, Fuzz Face. Alright, and then the Zonk. Zonk, this is these are awesome fuzz pedals, full of character. You're gonna love it or hate it, but full of character. But these can really open out as well, so I'll put that right up. Like any good fuzz, you know, you can set it on full blast and then just use your guitar volume control to get all the tones you want from that kind of wide open. To, you know, that almost starved. beautiful.